Howdy, folks. I'm Brian,
I'm Amber.
and here's some Friday Reddit. Our first letter is titled, Am I a jerk for removing all of my fiance certificates from the wall after he took down my daughter's dog picture? I'm a 34-year-old female, and my fiance is a 36-year-old male, and we got engaged 2 months ago. I own the house that we currently live in, but after he moved in, he started helping out with the mortgage payments. I have a daughter, Ruby, who's a 12-year-old female, and she adores animals. She's had about 7 pets so far in her life. Unfortunately, her dog Tick passed away. He was her closest friend and favorite pet. It was devastating for me as well because he was so precious. As a way to honor him, I've printed a middle-sized picture of him, Ruby's favorite, and put it in a frame and hung the frame in the living room. Ruby was so happy with it, especially since she got to see him smiling at her when she walks in. It gives her comfort. My fiance saw it and got upset. He commented on how strange it was to have the dog's picture up on the wall and how much of a distraction it is. I felt puzzled because we have all kinds of pictures that we're hanging up on the walls. He suggested that we remove it, but I ignored him. One day I got home and saw that he had taken it down. Ruby was in her room holding the picture crying. I asked what happened and she told me that my fiance took the picture off the wall and told her that she's not allowed to hang it up there. Also told her to keep it in her room if she didn't want to lose it for good. I was shocked. I rushed out and immediately started taking all of the certificates that he had on the walls down. His doctorate, his master's, his bachelor degrees, and about 4 or 5 other certificates as well. All of them I took down and put in the bedroom. He discovered what I did and snapped at me and said that it's his house too and I should respect his input. In my defense, I told him that since my daughter has to keep it in her room, then he has to too keep his certificates in his room according to his logic. He yelled at me, demanding that I stop nagging him and acting childishly and spitefully. He wanted me to put them back up on the wall, but I refused, and I said that when he allows me to put Tick's picture back up, they can put his pictures up as well. He yelled about how I was disrespecting him and his achievements and treated them like trash, and then stormed out. He's been giving both me and Ruby the cold shoulder for days now, saying that he's not going to speak to either of us until we apologize and put those certificates back up on the wall. Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk, but don't marry him.
Yeah, this really sounds very, very bad. It's been 2 months since he moved in and he's already trying to call the shots in the house that you literally own. Like, he's paid 2 months worth of rent and he's already trying to be like, ah, yeah, by the way, I get to have the ultimate say in what happens.
Well, it makes more sense to have family pictures in the family room than like random certificates. You save those for your office.
Yeah, that's the weird thing I find here is that generally you hang those kinds of certificates up in your office so that people can see them and be impressed with you there. People do these kinds of things, and that's not to criticize anyone. Like, if you have certificates hanging up, it's important, and like it might make you feel like you're accomplished and you have like done big things, and that's good. That really is good. But family pictures, I think, generally kind of are understood to go in family spaces, and the dog was a family member, right? And I think it's really unfortunate that he doesn't see the dog that way, and that he is. I don't know what his deal is, like why he would feel threatened by a dog that isn't around anymore, but yeah, it's really odd to me. So, anyhow, take care and good luck. Not the jerk. He doesn't want an equal say. He wants a dictatorship. It's clear that he will continue to hurt your daughter behind your back. I would reevaluate my relationship with him. And OP says, he told me it's his house now too, and he should be able to have a say in it. I find this illogical because he's only paid 2 months worth of mortgage, unlike me, who's put all my savings and sold important items to be able to afford this house. Our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for my best friend's wedding being called off? I'm a 24-year-old female, and I've been best friends with Layla, 24-year-old female, since we were in elementary school. She has been dating this arrogant frat boy, Steven, 26, for the last 5 years, and he is awful. He's proposed to her, but he hasn't had a hand in planning since day one, but has shot down every single decision that she has made. Her future mother-in-law is a big jerk as well, and is also controlling. Layla's family is well off and they're paying for everything. Her grandparents were even going to purchase them a house once they get married. Steven is materialistic and everything is about money to him. He's often brags about how much money he has, even though he doesn't have any. That he's marrying into money and that he won't have to work if he doesn't want to. Which isn't true, but he's aware of a large sum of money that her parents are going to give her. Well, they have given it to her, but she hasn't told him yet. Him running his mouth about their finances alone has caused some tension in her family once the word got back to them. Her father even threatened to pull the plug on the wedding. His parents are paying for the honeymoon. She wants to go somewhere exotic and beautiful. He proposed Vegas. She found out that he was going to meet up with some friends once they got there and that they were going to hit the casinos. They had a big argument about it. Her future mother-in-law agreed with her son and pointed out that they were the ones paying, so it should give her son the advantage. That the honeymoon is not all about her, but something that he wants to do too. Layla comes over upset and asks for input from me and another friend. She knows that I don't like Steven. I've never hidden the fact about how I feel about him and the way he treats her. While one friend suggested that the families sit down and talk, I'm the jerk friend that suggested that she tell him that her family has gone broke and that they are going to have to pay for the wedding and house themselves to see his true intentions. On a civil note, I suggested that she postpone the wedding until they were on the right page or walk away from the relationship, and she disagreed. Layla does the jerk thing that I suggested, and he calls off the wedding. Now I'm being blamed for ruining their marriage. That I should never have told her such a thing, because she was under a lot of stress and wasn't thinking clearly. Her father is on my side while her mother claims that I'm in the wrong and that I need to fix it. I was even called jealous by some of our friends. Layla is too upset to even talk to me. I didn't make her do it, but am I the jerk for suggesting it? Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk.
OP, you gave her a suggestion and she went ahead and did it. She doesn't get to say that this is your fault for giving her a suggestion. Yeah, she's under a lot of stress and pressure, but you actually gave her a really solid suggestion. I think that she's upset because he called off the wedding and she wasn't actually expecting him to be that materialistic or monetarily centric. And I think that he has revealed his true colors. He's now shown that he's only interested in her for the money, and I don't think that she wanted to accept that before, but now basically she has no choice but to see it, and it's cognitive dissonance. She really wants to believe that he loves her, but now has found out that it's not true. It was all just an illusion. So I don't think that you're a jerk. I think that you saved your friend a lot of heartache here. That's my thought. Anyhow, take care and good luck. Not the jerk. In time, she will see that she dodged a bullet. She may never forgive you, though. People are funny. You are not the jerk, but you are a great friend. However, if she doesn't realize it now, she may never ever realize it. Glad her dad at least realizes it. If she acts the fool to you now, she may never apologize, even if she realizes you did it for her one day. Pride is a funny thing. Please don't ever stop being you. Alright, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I have a beverage here. Amber has a beverage as well. What kind of cat has 8 feet? An octopus. It doesn't even make any sense. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make any sense. And I have Mega Mint tea. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving me a like, and if you didn't, consider giving me a dislike. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Happy Friday!